Wondering what veggies you should be planting this May? It's prime time to get growing, but what you plant depends entirely on your location. Whether you're in a cooler zone such as 3, 4, or 5, or a warmer zone, knowing what to plant right now can make all the difference in your harvest. We'll walk you through the best veggies to plant in May, plus tips on whether to start from seed or pop in a transplant for a bit of a head start. Be sure to stick around until the end, where I'll share my favorite way to use up extra produce to make a fun summer treat that everyone will enjoy. Grab your gloves and get ready to dig in. This month's planting list will keep your garden thriving and your crops growing strong all season long. Let's start with cabbage. Cabbage should already be in the ground by May, as it thrives in cooler temperatures. It is a super versatile vegetable, and you can even plant it at the end of summer for a fall harvest. But don't worry if you haven't started any seed yet. You can still sow cabbage in cooler climates, although your harvest will be a little bit later. Whether you're in a cool or a warm climate, now is the perfect time to get your zucchini and summer squash in the ground, either by seed or transplant. Just make sure to give those young plants plenty of space to stretch out and grow. And who knows, if all goes well, you just might become that generous neighbor who leaves surprise squash hauls on doorsteps. Once they do start producing, be sure to check your plants daily. Those fruits can grow fast and might get too big to use before you know it. If you've been holding off on planting cucumbers, now's the time to get them outside, whether you're in a cool or warm weather region. You can plant by seed or transplant, and even though cucumbers love the heat, your transplants can still go in the ground now. Just be sure to pick a variety that fits your garden. Bush types are perfect for smaller spaces and don't need staking, but vining varieties will need support. The nightshade family, which includes tomatoes, eggplant, and peppers, are warm weather lovers and can grow in the ground anywhere from early to mid-May, depending on your zone, and last expected frost date. Make sure to wait until after that date before planting them outside. These plants do not handle cold snaps. Whether using store-bought seedlings or those that you've grown yourself, make sure they are hardened off first. This means to gradually acclimate them to outdoor conditions. Simply place the pots in a semi-shady spot for a few hours, then bring them back inside. Over the next week, slowly increase their outdoor exposure until they're ready to be planted. Do pair this group of plants with basil and marigolds, as they make great companions in the garden. If planting broccoli and cauliflower in May, be sure to select varieties that are low to bolt and a later season type. As the month moves on, provide protection from midday heat and watch for aphids that love both of these plants. As hot temperatures arrive, your plants will sizzle out, but a second crop can be planted in the fall for additional harvests. Herbs are next on the list, and not only are they great companions for the vegetable garden, but they can add additional flavor to your favorite foods. May is the perfect time to direct sow seeds and set out plant starts. Basil, cilantro, sage, and other seedlings can go into the soil after a hardening off period. With the warm weather settling in, these herbs will take off quickly, and you could be snipping fresh leaves for your meals in just a few weeks. If you didn't get your lettuce sown in April, you can still direct sow in May. Varieties like iceberg, romaine, and regular leaf lettuce do best in cooler weather, so now's your chance before the heat really kicks in. For the best results, look for slow to bolt varieties. And if your afternoons get hot, a little shade can go a long way in keeping your lettuce crisp and happy. Beets are super easy to grow, and May is the perfect time to get those seeds in the ground. They can handle a light frost, which makes them an ideal crop for cooler northern regions. Plus, there's a huge variety out there, different colors, shapes, and sizes to choose from. And the best part? Some types are ready to harvest in as little as 50 days. Carrots are another root crop you'll want to sow in May, just like the beets. To keep a steady supply coming, try succession sowing. Plant a little every few weeks. Carrots are packed with vitamin C and super rewarding to grow, but their seeds are tiny, so don't forget to thin them out a few weeks after planting to give each one room to grow. If you're dreaming of homegrown pumpkins for fall or hardy winter squash for cozy meals, now's the time to plant. Sow your seeds in May, but be sure your soil is warm, at least 55 degrees Fahrenheit, so they'll germinate properly. And don't forget, pumpkins and winter squash need lots of space to sprawl. Give them plenty of room to stretch out so they can grow big, healthy fruit by fall. Radishes are a must for any vegetable garden, plus they're one of the quickest veggies you can grow. Sow seeds early throughout the growing season, as they can get a little bitter once the weather heats up. There's a surprising variety to choose from too, whether you like them mild or with a spicy kick, and they come in all kinds of colors and sizes. Melons like cantaloupe, watermelon, and my personal favorite, honeydew, should be planted after your last frost date, usually around May, depending on the region. The great thing about melons is the variety. From large to small, there is a melon for every person and every garden. When planting, do keep in mind that melons are heavy feeders, so make sure to enrich the soil with plenty of nitrogen-rich organic matter to give them the best start. And if you have too many melons on hand, one thing I like to do is make homemade fresh fruit popsicles. Simply place diced melon, a squeeze of lime or lemon juice, and your sweetener of choice into a blender, and place into popsicle molds until frozen and ready to enjoy. I promise they'll be a big hit. So that's it for this month's planting guide. There's plenty to get growing this May to ensure a bountiful harvest. Whether you're starting from seed or adding some transplants, these tips will help you get the most of your garden. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more gardening tips. See you next time, and happy planting!